Genesis 6 and 7. We're told at the end of chapter 5, or throughout chapter 5, that mankind is increasing, is multiplying. And then Moses gives this story almost offhandedly in chapter 6, that the sons of the gods, which would be an easy way of saying, or classical way of saying, those classified as divine, these divine beings, and we don't know the number of them, the percentage of them, we're not told, but they involve themselves sexually with human women, and the offspring that were born, and that's, in fact, this is the Hebrew term, they are called Nephilim, as commonly translated as giants. Well, again, this story is almost told offhandedly by Moses, as though we all know about it. And he's writing from way down here, of course. He calls these the famous men, men of renown. They seem to be warrior-like, large, giant, hybrid almost kind of beings that are half divine, half human. Just when we're waiting for the Bible to give us a normal story, we get this, right? Well, why the story? What's going on? Clearly what happens in the story, as you follow through in chapter 6 and then 7, is that God tells Noah to build a boat, get on the ark with 7 others, and float away to safety, as God, in anger, and very clearly frustrated with what has happened, destroys this generation of Nephilim, who had, in Jewish tradition as well, and it seems to be from the text as well, that they influenced mankind toward a kind of evil that was beyond just even normal human behavior. What's interesting also is that Moses, writing from well down in history, mentions in 6:4, take a look at it, that this same event also happens afterwards, which seems to imply that these Nephilim are going to be part of the biblical story again. In fact, you'll see this in Numbers chapter 13, verse 33, where Joshua and his 11 spy friends come back from their tour of Canaan, and they say that we have seen Nephilim, it even uses that term, up in Canaan. So this happens again. Happens here, and it happens here. Both times God reacts in punishment. Here's the flood, and here is Moses' order of Joshua's genocide of everything that breathes in Canaan. One more thing that, again, makes us aware of a biblical story being played out is that now when we see the first 2 of the 10 commandments to come, they will not be surprising. Thou shalt have no other Elohim before me. Do you see why? Because these beings are very real, very dangerous. Secondly, don't make images. Don't invite them into your world by tangible means. So that will be predictive. This story is predictive of much of what is to come.